Heading into the 2023 offseason, the Celtics appeared well-positioned in the point guard and center positions, especially after acquiring Kristaps Porzingis. However, a clear need persisted, a perimeter defender who could also shoot. In this scenario, Brad Stevens surprised everyone by trading center Robert Williams and point guard Malcolm Brogdon for Drew Holiday. Suddenly, Boston's biggest bench deficiency arguably became at every position. In previous articles, I explored options for the point guard and center positions, and now I'll focus on the wings. Although it was virtually inevitable, the departure of Grant Williams in the last offseason was a blow to Boston's defensive versatility, shooting, grit, and physicality. He wasn't a perfect player, but he knew how to make games messy in the right way while shooting 40% from three-point range. There is no perfect substitute available for Williams, given the Celtics' salary limitations for a trade. However, there are players who could play a similar, albeit more specific, role for this team in need of a dedicated and gritty player. I understand that these trade structures are becoming repetitive. There simply aren't many assets that the Celtics can offer, and most of these players have salaries low enough to avoid adding huge luxury tax penalties when using the disabled player exception, DPE. Lonnie Walker is earning only $2 million on a one-year deal. Presumably, he signed at this lower number with Brooklyn to increase his value and secure a better contract in the upcoming offseason. Could he fill the versatile backup wing role, much like Bruce Brown did in Denver last year? Possibly. He's an athletic shooting guard who has improved as a defender and has a strong shooting performance, 46% from three this season. Additionally, he had an impressive series for the Lakers in the playoffs against the Warriors last season. Is it a dream to think that Brooklyn might trade the 24-year-old, who is averaging over 14 points per game this season? Perhaps. As always, it depends on whether they want to re-sign him in the upcoming offseason. It's entirely possible that they signed him to a small deal to showcase his ability and trade him for an asset during the season. But it's also possible they genuinely like him and plan to bring him back. They have many wings, however, and many of them are young. Maybe they'll struggle with a tough schedule ahead and decide it's time to shuffle assets. Who knows? This is my favorite trade for the Celtics team. Boston could benefit from an athlete like Lonnie Walker for. I would love to see the Celtics pursue players like Jon Tate, a versatile wing defender having a good shooting season. However, he earned slightly above the DPE value, so it would take a few rotation players to make the trade work. That's the tricky part about finding trades this season for the Celtics. Their acquisition tools are extremely limited.